When you find a real estate platform that aligns everyone in the entire company financially by making us real estate agents owners, so when the average agent wins, everyone wins, that's the secret to success. And when you surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurial people who absolutely love what they do, they love serving people, they love God and life, and you put yourself in an environment of high energy, high producing, positive people every day, you can't help but succeed in business and life. We are changing the real estate industry and changing real estate agents' lives. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast. I'm so excited to have Micheal Maricruz Martinez on our show today. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Andre.
Hi, Andre. That was a pretty cool intro.
Yeah, my VA Rod put that together for us. He's doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys jumping on our podcast today. Super excited to interview you guys. We're gonna jump right in and tell us your story. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you guys are from. What location that you guys service, how long you've been in real estate. Just kind of give us a little bit of your background. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I've been in Phoenix for a long time, since 1984. I've been working residential real estate since 2003, and Maricruz has been working in real estate here, at least, since 2009. And I'll let her tell you about that. So
I'm from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. I met Michael and we got married and I moved here. So I had to go and start learning English. And afterwards, I went to get my license. And I was already helping Michael. And so it was a easy transition for me to become an agent because I was learning from Michael.
Wow, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit more about your EXP experience. When was the first time you've ever heard about it? Because now most people have heard about it. What's the first time, and what were the top one or two things that really stuck out that you guys decided to join us?
we were talking about that last night, and I don't think that Maricruz really noticed EXP, but I just, through my research of properties and doing showing requests and so on, I'm always trying to pay attention to the details, and I kept seeing more and more people that were moving to EXP, and I thought, whatever, I didn't really think about it too much. And then I saw some really big high producing agents from where we worked, which was at Remax, that moved away to EXP. And again, I didn't really question it. I thought it was strange to me because, we were both really, really happy at Remax. And I'd been at Remax since 2003.
And I was Remax since I became an agent in 2009. So I didn't really think about any other companies at that point.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't really think about it. We were totally content. We didn't, wasn't on our radar, was not
at all.
Nothing we were thinking about. We were not thinking about moving. We were very happy where we worked.
We love our broker and the owner of the Remax office.
Yeah,
we were happy there.
Yeah. So we had no intentions of moving. Even though I was noticing EXP more and more, it just didn't come up as a thought that we would actually make a move. So
yeah, you guys were happy. You were content. You were selling a lot of houses. Top in your market industry with your husband and wife team, and we're just busy selling houses, right? And then I called, right? And tell us how that went. After our first conversation, you were open. Most entrepreneurial, business-minded people, even if they're super happy, they're always they want to know what's out there in the industry. And I asked if you're open to checking out a real estate business opportunity, and you said yes, right? So I sent you the information, watched the video, and Michael, you tell me your first thoughts, and Maricruz, you can tell us your first thoughts, and put it all out there, because that's just it. Everybody out there, a lot of people are the same, just like you, right? Most people are, unless they're unhappy, they're not looking to make a move. And when we call people, we're not expecting anyone to make a move either. We're just asking people, hey, will you look at something for me and give us your opinion of this real estate model? And one thing leads to the next, because you can't unsee what you see, right? So Michael, what were the top 2 or 3 things that you saw, and your first thoughts, and then we'll ask Maricruz the same question.
Well, I think we should sort of go back in time a little bit and build a foundation, because when you called me on the phone, I recognized your name, but I couldn't place you.
Okay.
And then you referenced the Craig Proctor coaching program, which we used to be part of. And over the years, we've done coaching with Brian Buffini, with Tom Ferry, and the last one was Craig Proctor. So when you called and introduced yourself, I thought, oh, cool. Truthfully, my thought was that you were going to send us a referral from Atlanta, because you said, hey, I'm over here in Atlanta. Remember we met? And
that's not unusual for us to get referrals from other agents,
right,
from other states.
Yeah. So truthfully, that's what I thought. That's what I thought when you called me. You said, hey, it was sort of vague, I guess, the way you put it, but I thought, well, he must be, sending us a referral or something, and he must have thought highly enough of us to call us up. So anyway, we talked on the phone, and again, no intentions of leaving, RE/MAX. We were totally happy. We loved where we worked. We had good support, a good broker, so on and so forth. So there was no thoughts of leaving. So, but I thought, well, why not? Why not listen to what you have to say? I'm always open to new ideas and looking at what could be better. What could we be doing differently? So you invited us to a Zoom call, and you asked that Maricruz be part of the Zoom call. So we came on the Zoom call and listened to what you had to say. And quite truthfully, I probably during the call, I decided already.
Ready to go. I'm
ready to go. And
wow,
it's not that I'm not loyal, because we had been with that RE/MAX franchise for 8 years. And like I said, we really enjoyed it, good support and so on. So we weren't looking to make a move. We were totally happy there. But when you talked about, the opportunities, like the revenue sharing, the equity opportunities, the technology, the training, all of that stuff. And then I realized that we could probably cut our expenses probably in half, at least, is what I found myself. Because I think that we were paying in excess of $30,000 to $35,000 a year, even though as a RE/MAX agent, I had been with RE/MAX since 2003. I was 100% agent, meaning that I got paid 100% of my commission. It's not, if you go to a different company, you're going to pay higher fees a lot of times. And but Maricruz, she was a 95%, 5%. So she made 95% of the commission that she earned, and then 5% we paid to the franchise. So that adds up over time if you're doing a fair amount of business. And we sat down during the call, the Zoom call, and we sort of went through the numbers. And I'm thinking to myself, why are we doing this? Why are we paying this much money? And then I looked at the side benefits, as I mentioned before, and I thought, to me, it was a no-brainer. I was like, I love RE/MAX, love Howard, love Gary from our old franchise, but we don't have any opportunities for equity growth. There's not a way for us to participate in revenue sharing, so on and so forth. And then cutting our fees at least in half, and it'll actually be a lot more than that once it's all said and done.
So you were probably thinking, Michael, that it would be financially irresponsible for you not to make the move after you actually did your due diligence and did the numbers and looked at it, right?
Well, I'm always looking for efficiencies. That's right. Just how I'm set up. I'm always looking for efficiencies. I'm always looking, how can we systematize a particular task that we've done once before? We're going to do it again. We've done it in the past. We're doing it right now. We're probably going to do it in the future. How can we make a system out of it? That's what I'm looking at. I'm always looking at systems and efficiencies. That's just how I'm set up.
Right.
And so it just, to me, it was like a no-brainer. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Now I knew, having said that, I knew that Maricruz would drag her feet a little bit. That's, you know, she's very, very loyal. And she loves Howard. She loved Gary and Tyler. We love those guys. But I knew she would be dragging her feet a little bit.
And then about technology, and I started looking into training and all of that. We were already used to work from home.
Okay.
We have been working from home for many years. So we didn't have to be in the office, you know. We have our office here in the house. Each one of us has an office. So we were used to work from home. And we were, with EXP, we were able to connect with a lot of people just a click away.
Right.
So I would say, to sort of ride on her coattails here, that to me is one of the biggest benefits of being with EXP is the connectivity, the network, the ability to get in touch with, if we wanted to, not that we ever have, but if we wanted to, we could reach out and connect with Glenn Sanford, the founder of EXP. If we wanted to, there's no reason for us to really, but I mean, there's the opportunity to connect with Jay Kinder, you know, for anyone that's watching this, they don't know who Jay Kinder is, but he used to be the #2 agent worldwide for Coldwell Banker. So the ability to talk to someone like that just by clicking on a button and say, hey, let's talk on this date at this time. So to me, that's one of the huge benefits of working with EXP, because, you know, even though a company like Remax, or, you know, if you're with Keller Williams or whoever it is, those are huge companies. And they have over 100,000 agents each company. But, you know, outside of your franchise, who do you have contact with? Not really that many people. So,
and they are willing to share with you what they are doing.
Yeah.
It's not a competition, it's a corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, you had friends and you know, people and colleagues that you're at, you know, at the other company. I'm sure, you know, you'd help each other out a little bit, but what do you see the big differences with the sharing with your EXP colleagues, and why do you think that is?
Well, I think everyone benefits from sharing, because we're, you know, traditionally, because EXP has a different model than other companies of the past. You know, the way it's always been set up is someone founds a company and then they start selling franchise rights. And then business owners buy into those franchise rights. They set up an office, and then they have to recruit agents. And we've, you know, Glenn Sanford has taken all of that away. He founded a company, and he invites agents to be part of the growth.
And it's corporation. You want others to do well.
Yeah. So because of the revenue sharing opportunities, and you really want to help your fellow agents, because it benefits you as well.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. It's been life-changing for a lot of us.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's just a whole different mindset. It's just totally different, and you know, you can take it all back to Glenn for having these thoughts to even set up something like that, the vision for it. And it's totally different. It's just a different mindset. And
it puts the agents on top, right? You know, we didn't have to spend $400,000 for a franchise. We're not a franchise. We don't have any desk fees, no franchise fees, and we didn't have to buy into anything, but we're on the top with the owner, with the revenue share, without, you know, spending $85 a month to have access to, you know, $1,000 worth of technology. You mentioned the technology, the 40, 50, I think now we're up to 60 hours of training per week through EXP, right? Not including all the extra coaching and training that we get from NAEA and our Atlanta group and everybody in the whole group. That's one of the biggest things that I was surprised with is all the sharing. I mean, I saw some of my team members say, "Hey, I have a luxury listing coming up, and who's got a listing presentation that I can use?" And like 7, 8 people send their luxury listing presentation to them on our private Facebook page. You know, where does that doesn't happen anywhere else.
And then you can become a mentor. So you can help the agents and they are getting on board. Then they are brand new agents and they don't know what to do. So you become a mentor too.
It's kind of funny because I actually became an agent in 1989, and I started out in commercial real estate.
Okay.
And I joined a fairly big commercial firm. I started out as a trainee, and I had some support and a little bit of guidance. And then I got out of the business after a while because I just wasn't happy doing it. And in 2003, I came back into the business, but I thought I'm going to try and make my focus residential sales this time. So I joined a small family-owned business, and I told them right before I joined with them, I'd sort of been introduced to them a little bit before through something else. And I said, look, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some guidance. I'm going to need, I need to make money right away.
Right.
Sure, no problem. We'll help you. And nothing, absolutely nothing. I was only there 6 months. I moved over to Remax, a different Remax franchise. And so the point that I want to make is that, a lot of companies talk about doing the training, giving you the support, and helping to guide you to flourish. That should be the thing, right? That should be the thing, that if you're recruiting someone to join your company, you should want to help them. You should want to see them grow. And it just doesn't really happen. But I think it's different here at EXP. So even if you're an experienced agent, maybe you're going through a period of change. Yeah, a period of change. And, you need some help, you need some guidance, you need some vision, And so I think one of the benefits of joining EXP is if you have the knowledge, if you have the experience, you can share that with younger agents or people that are not as experienced by doing mentoring. There's an official mentoring program that you can get involved in. And if you're not experienced, if you don't know what you're doing, you can become a mentee through the program and get advice from someone that Maricruz started doing that. I'm on the road to becoming a mentor as well. So anyway,
we're doing hands-on, bringing them to the open house, going through how to set up their documents, their forms, KV Core. It's a hands-on. It's not just like click here and do that. It's different.
Yeah, it's a lot more hand-holding, I would say.
But it's fun.
You said, I think earlier before we got on the call, that together you guys have 30 years worth of real estate experience, and with Remax, mostly that entire time. And Michael, you said that during the call, and I didn't know that during the call, that when we were going through the Zoom and showing you, you're already doing the math in your head, thinking, "Wow, this looks like it may be a no-brainer here, and look at the money we can save." But you also said Maricruz is gonna. She's super loyal. She loves where she's at, and she would drag her feet a little bit. Of course, your due diligence period and the time that actually you came over. I'm going to ask you that in just a second. But how hard was it for you, Maricruz, to make the change? And what were you thinking, honestly? I mean, Michael was thinking, during the Zoom, hey, we love where we're at and we don't plan on moving, but this is just a no-brainer. How difficult was it for you? Because I know there's a lot of people that just love their broker. They love where they're at. And I've had agents, crying just about when they're giving their broker notice that they're making a move. How was it for you exactly? And what was the biggest factor of you, deciding, yeah, it just makes too much sense for us not to do?
Well, as you know now, I'm very loyal, and all I knew was Remax. And it was like, oh my God, now I have to change everything, start all over again with systems and everything. But it makes sense. Financially, it makes sense for us. So that's why I said, okay, let's do it. But that's the main thing. I'm very loyal, and I don't like to be jumping around companies.
Oh, absolutely.
It just me being changing companies and companies and companies is not me.
But you never really changed companies. I mean, we went from one Remax
to another Remax.
The Remax we were at before, I don't know if they're in existence anymore, but they were going through some changes, and we saw a different opportunity with a Remax franchise in Scottsdale. And this is what sort of prompted us to start working from home, because that particular franchise, our home office was like 45 minutes away from where we lived.
Okay.
And so I just thought, why do we want to go to the office every day? 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back. I mean, and then probably most of our business is going to be closer to
home.
Yeah, closer to where we live. So I thought, let's just set up from home, So that's what we did. And, it didn't make any difference, really.
Maricruz, you said, no one likes to change, and you said, well, we're going to have to make all these changes. Was it smooth? Was it a smooth process? I mean, how difficult was it to make the move over?
It was smoother than I thought. It was a lot smoother than I thought. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Implementing system and everything. It was smoother than I thought.
Yeah, we kind of have this big picture. Oh my God, signs, cards, changing things. But when you look back at it now, within a week or two, you got everything figured out, and you're running, and now you own your own business that you actually own stock in, right? So the due diligence period from the day I call you, from the day that you actually moved over, how long was it?
Oh.
It's hard to say, Andre. Like I said, I don't think that probably more than 5 days. There was more than 5 days difference from the first time you called me, and I thought you were going to send us a referral. And the Zoom call. To be fair, when you called me, we talked, and I thought it was going to be a referral, but soon realized this was more. It was bigger than that.
Yeah, it's bigger than that for sure.
It's like huge. It's way bigger than a referral.
And I happened to be there at the same time, because usually Michael will take his calls, I will take mine, but that day we were both together.
Yeah, and so probably from that call to the Zoom call, I'm going to say it was 5 days. During the Zoom call, mentally, I had already made the switch.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
But also at the same time, I knew Maricruz is going to be, I don't know if we want to do this and blah, blah, blah. And so
I'm happy now.
Yeah, but I would say probably from that Zoom call until we actually, I think probably within a week, we had decided mutually that we would make the switch. And then it was just a matter of going through the logistics of actually switching over.
And checking the numbers.
Right. Now, what surprised you the most about EXP? Was there anything that you were not expecting, or it's even better than you thought, as far as being like an online company or whatever? any surprises that it's even better than what you thought it would be on any counts?
You want to speak to that?
Well, I was telling Michael yesterday, I really enjoy being able to just click on my computer and be on the meeting, the weekly meeting with the broker, and being up to date with what is happening to other agents on the market and how to avoid mistakes that others are doing, so you learn from others, or be able to just talk to our brokers. They're just a click away, or you can call or Facebook or whatever. And the systems, I like the systems. There's a lot more to explore on the system than I need to do, but so far I really like that part.
What are some of this? Mention a few of the systems that, because I know you do a lot of the back end stuff for your team. What are some of the systems that you have now that you didn't have before that's really helping you, grow your business?
KV Core.
KV Core, the lead generation system?
Yes, KV Core. And it's so many things that you can do that. But
well, I was going to say that really there's so many things. There's so much technology that really is for the bargain low price of whatever EXP charges. It's just like over the top when you compare it to other companies. I mean, if you were to go to another company, you would not. I mean, you could get KV Core as a website, as a CRM, so on and so forth, but you would have to pay for it because it would not be provided to you as part of your monthly dues. And our monthly dues are so inexpensive. I mean, it's almost ridiculous.
And you get Sky Slope, you get DigiSign, you can get so many things.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things, and probably there's a lot more stuff that we can take advantage of that we just, it's just, trying to drink from a water hose, I think that's going full blast. So there's just a lot of stuff. So
sorry. We also have I got my certification for relocation agent, and I'm going to take another one. So you take certifications through the system as well.
Yeah. And did that cost you any money?
Nope.
I became an express offer agent, which essentially makes me an iBuyer or representative of iBuyers, and that didn't cost me anything. So there's just so many tools. The company EXP, Glenn Sanford, they're always looking to invest in different coaching programs and technologies. One of the things having to do with technology is Verbella and the world.
Right.
And,
I was able to dance with Andrew one time on the world.
Yeah, at the conference. Yeah, at the Las Vegas conference, right? That was cool.
Yeah, but if you're not familiar with it, I mean, it's like, I'm trying to think of that movie that came out in the early 2000s with James Cameron. It was a huge hit. And in some ways, it's tantamount to that, because when you go through this website platform world, as we call it, you actually have your own, what do you call them?
Avatar.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, think of the movie. And so you go in there and you're able to communicate with brokers, you're able to
interact with a lot of people.
Just so many, you could go to accounting, you could go to, wherever, and it's really all just a click of a button. And
we have the hub with other companies, and they partner with us.
Yeah. So.
Now, you mentioned, having great support and quickly able to get answers to your questions. Is that for your state Arizona broker as well? I know a lot of people are a little concerned, hey, if I can't walk into the office and go and talk to my broker physically, how can I get questions answered? And how am I going to get help if I name my broker? How's your experience been at the broker level?
It's been really great.
Really good.
Yeah, really good. Very quick access. And as I was mentioning before, you could actually go into the world and have a conversation with your broker. There's multiple brokers, so it's not like you have to wait to talk to one. typically you can get online and through the world and talk to someone within a minute or so after entering the world. Or you can talk to them by phone. You can call them up, text them, email them. Everyone's always very, very responsive. It's really been a great experience. You know, we've been with other RE/MAX franchises, and sometimes the broker's tied up in a meeting.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing something. They have something going on.
They're fixing something else. You know,
Yeah.
they're taking care of
So you have to wait for that. And because we have multiple brokers, I mean, it's just very, very
you
convenient.
Just go on the world and talk to someone, and they will help you to figure it out right away.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. I know you guys went to one of the live meetings that we had together, and were able to get together for several days. Tell us your experience about the live meeting that we went to, and what did you get out of it? Are you glad you went? Are you going to go to another one? And anyone watching that hasn't gone, maybe they could be an EXP or considering it, but they've never been to a live event. What would your recommendation to them be?
Our experience was good. I think probably you're referring to the event here in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
And we are ready to go to Dallas and Vegas.
Yeah, we're all set up for that. But that was a good experience. It's very uplifting. Agents are all, you know, they're all talking to each other. It's, you know, I was talking about a moment ago how when you work with another company, you're just sort of part of that office. But when you work with EXP, I mean, you're like part of like this huge community. So there's the opportunity to connect with people in different markets or in your same market. And that to me, I think has been one of the major benefits of joining EXP is the ability to network with so many people across states, across regions, across the country.
And we connected with several of them, and we are still connected.
Yeah.
We still talk to each other.
Yeah. So, and that's good because it's always interesting to hear what other agents, you know, a lot of times big time agents that are doing a bunch of business, what are they doing? What are their practices? How are they handling different situations? Because there's always something, right?
Right.
Real estate's always changing. You know, markets go up and they go down. You get low inventory. And, you know, there's always something. So it's interesting to hear what other people are doing and how they're, you know, moving forward.
Have you had any experience with receiving referrals or giving out referrals since you've been with EXP? Has that been beneficial to you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, you gave us one recently.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So
you helped me to find an agent in California for my cousin, and we need your help for another agent in a different place now. But
okay. Well, yeah, I remember you called me, you know, and you had your cousin in Mexico that was buying a property here, and you texted me, asking me, you know, who do we have in our group, you know, in another area, and I looked and I said, oh yeah, and got those guys connected, and Mina from California, her client is looking to buy 3 properties, I think she said, there in your Phoenix area.
yes,
and that's just our little group being able to provide those referrals. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that all worked out, and that happens all the time.
Well, to add on to that, Andre, as well, I mean, why did you do that? Why did you send us a referral? And it has to do with the community of EXP, I think. I mean, we're
and
like
the trust.
Well, we're like partners, right?
Absolutely, we're partners. Yeah.
You help us, we help you, and I just don't think you get that at different companies.
Yeah, we're all financially connected, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the company, it's just a business model. When you do well, we do well. And it doesn't matter if your goals go from 10 units to 20, from 20 to 50, maybe you got a big team, you're doing 100, you want to get to 200, 200 sales. You know, our goal is your goal. And if we can help you reach that, we all financially benefit from it. or if you're more interested in building teams and growing the business, and building your revenue share, you have 7 people that are in your network that personally, financially are connected to you, and you just don't get that anywhere else. It's a brilliant model, and that's why I plan on retiring from the coaching company I used to work for, but got back into real estate because of this model. So yeah, I'm excited to be in business with you guys.
I think it's really important for people to know a little bit about your background, because you're originally from the New York area, and you started out as a new agent at one time, and there was a time that you guys were selling 300 units a year.
Right.
I mean, how can for the agents that might be watching this, that's invaluable. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be connected to someone like you? So with your experience and your coaching background, it makes sense. How much does it cost me to talk to you? It doesn't cost me anything. Are you able to add value to our relationship? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been great, and I got the same. And thank you for that compliment for sure. And I feel like a small fish in a big pond, but the people that are above us, Jay Kinder, Michael Reese, Brent Gove, Gene Frederick. I mean, some of these guys are icons in the industry, being number 2, in the world, Coldwell Banker. And I know Brent was way up there in KW and Remax on 500 homes a year. Gene Frederick owned 5 separate, I think it's 5 or more separate KW offices, and sold them when he saw this opportunity and got plugged in the EXP. So, and we have those guys in our cell phones. We get their calendars, and we can call them and get in their calendar anytime that we need. I remember wanted to connect somebody up with Brent, and he was on vacation in Hawaii with his family. And I texted him and said, "Hey, I got someone for you to connect up with." It was one of my friends in Canada. He's like, "Hey, I'm in Hawaii right now on vacation, so just think of the time zone difference. But yeah, I can do it, this day and this day between these times." And he took the time out and talked to him for like 20 minutes. And that was a big deal for me, because that partner came over with me, and he had 10 or 13 agents in his team. And that was 2 years ago. And now he has over 200. And we're all partners together, and we all help each other to do that. So it's really cool. Just one last question. If there's just one takeaway that you want to make sure that anyone that's listening today, especially if there's any of your close friends or real estate agents that you've done business with in the past, some people that you really care about, what would you want to make sure that they understood and they took away from this interview? And of course, hopefully may even pick up the phone and call you if they had any questions. But what's the biggest thing you want to make sure anyone out there listening, what they would want to take away from you guys' experience of EXP for this last year since you guys joined?
Do you want to speak to that?
Well, I would say think about your family and your financial future. See the big picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different because when you're connected with someone, your friends or your colleagues with other agents, and you want to show them the benefits and why it makes so much sense to be with EXP. It's funny, when you're closely connected to someone, sometimes there's a resistance. And it's like my mom. She's probably going to hate me for saying this. But, well, I mean, it's just, I should probably not say it now that she's reminding me here. But the point is that if you have kids or if you have family members that you want to help, and you see that maybe they could have a better life, and you try to tell them about it, sometimes there's resistance. So what I would say is, if you have any curiosity about, just being open to the possibility. I don't understand how people just can't be open to the possibility that there might be a better way. contact us or whoever. Maybe you know someone already in EXP that is already part of the system, and have them invite, sort of a senior member of EXP that's been around for a long time. We've been with EXP since August of last year, so we're coming up on 1 year. And even though we've talked a lot about EXP and our experience with EXP, there are some people that have been with the company for, to say it this way, I mean, EXP has been around since 2009. It's the fastest growing real estate company that there's ever been. Why is that? Wouldn't that make you wonder, like, what's happening over there? Why is everyone moving over there? Wouldn't that make you? And wouldn't that make you want to actually question and try to find out more information? Why would these people leave and go to EXP? I thought they were happy at Remax. I thought they were happy at Keller Williams or wherever it is. Wouldn't that make you question, what you're doing? And so I would say just get on the phone with someone and learn about the opportunities and see what there is.
You hit the nail on the head when you said, just be open-minded, because you guys are a perfect example. Absolutely, we're not looking to make any kind of a move whatsoever. If I would have called you and said, hey guys, I found a great company, I would like to see if you'd be interested in moving over here with me. But no, we're happy, thanks, right? But because we were able to have a conversation, you respected me enough to sit down and do a Zoom and look at the information, then it just opened up your eyes, like, wow, this is going to help us. Well, one of the first things you said was save a ton of money, right? Oh, I want to also make sure to mention to everyone that you guys capped pretty quickly and hit icon, right? And tell people, if they don't know what that means, when you capped, you go to 100%. How long did it take you to do that? I know you recently hit icon, and what does that mean to you?
Well, we capped in like 3 months at the most.
Yeah, and, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and
which means you went to 100%, right? So you're not paying the company a percentage. You're getting 100% of your commissions within about 3 months of joining, because you guys are producers, right?
Yeah.
And then when you hit icon, what does that mean for you?
That we are getting some of our money back on the stocks.
Yeah, you're getting
most of our. I mean, because you have to go through a period of paying a percentage of your commissions to the company, but once you meet the production standards, which they're not overwhelming, I don't think, but it's different for everyone. Everyone's at a different stage. But the point is that you get the opportunity when you hit your production minimums to receive all that money back in the way of ownership of the company. You actually get stocks of EXP awarded to you. So I think that's a great benefit. That's just one of the benefit. Yeah.
So any other companies that we've all worked for in the past, I haven't heard one person yet say that once they hit their cap, they go to 100%. That's standard out there on a lot of companies. But whatever their cap is, 10 grand, 15, 18, 20, 25, I've heard even higher, that goes to the company. And they never have the opportunity to get one nickel back, no matter how many homes they sell or what percentages. They might get a trophy, and we get some trophies at EXP as well, but no one gets their entire cap back in company stock, or have any way to get any of that money back. So it's a pretty big deal. Any last final words before we sign off?
Just move.
No, I would just say, just take a look. I mean, just take a look. I mean, how can it hurt you to be on a Zoom call and have someone demonstrate to you some of the benefits of being with EXP? I mean,
so you guys are glad I called, right? So if I didn't know of you enough and I didn't make that phone call, because we weren't best friends and we were colleagues, we vaguely knew each other from the program that we were plugged in together with. But I knew your production. I knew you guys sell a lot of houses. And I always think about everybody is if they get it. Some people it's not a good fit. Some people it's just not a good fit. And that's okay. Right. But if it is a good fit, it could change your lives. It could save them tons of money. It could set up a retirement plan for them. It could really change. And that's when I make a phone call to somebody, that's what I'm thinking is I pray that they're open-minded, because if they see it, you can't unsee it, right? And I'm glad I called you guys, and I'm glad you're happy I did the same. Real quick, before we sign off, if you guys are readers, what's the best inspirational book that you'd like to share with anyone? Or if you are movie watchers, what's your favorite movie of all time? And we'll end with that.
I guess some of the books that, and I'm one of those people that gets sleepy when I read, so I do a lot of audiobooks. But some of the audiobooks that I've read or listened to recently are Atomic Habits is a good book. The Go Giver, that's a really good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Expert Secrets. I think there's a longer title to that, but they all revolve around being a better human being, being better at business, being, just trying to improve yourself. So I look at a lot of those types of books. We have a few favorite movies that we like. Some of I don't know that Maricruz is feeling the same way about some of the older movies, because I have a couple of. Generally, I do not really like older movies. I don't like Casablanca, Gone with the Wind. I'm not crazy about those. Yeah. But two older movies that stand out for me are To Kill a Mockingbird and Look Who's Coming Over for Dinner. Those are two of my all-time favorites. I like Braveheart. We like Braveheart. Braveheart.
Yeah. Awesome.
Last of the Mohicans.
So if anyone wants to reach out to you guys, your phone number has been scrolling on the bottom there. Is that the best way for them to reach you? Is just pick up the phone, call you, or text you with that number?
Yes.
Yeah, that's completely fine. That phone number actually goes to both of us, and
okay.
So whoever's available picks up. So.
All right, awesome. Thanks, you guys, for your time today. Super excited to be in business with both of you. Thanks for taking my phone call, even though you thought it might have been a referral coming. But it's a referral that keeps on giving, right? Because it's just not one and done. It's going to be continuous for as long as I'm going to be in real estate. I know I'm going to be in this company, and just excited to be in business with you. So thanks so much for joining us on our Financial Freedom Forever podcast, and we'll see everyone next Wednesday at the same time.
Thanks, Andre.
We'll see you guys in Dallas next, right? And in Las Vegas after that.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Bye-bye.
We'll see you.
Bye.